with Tasha. I do want to apologize for not posting any videos recently. I've just been figuring out some stuff. We are in the process of moving, so as you can see, boxes. Just trying to gather myself mentally, because this is kind of a big move, and then also, dealing with a lot of stuff in my own head, you know. So yeah, welcome back. I wanted to do something other than like dating stories because I feel like guys have heard enough of me trash talking them because I'm not the, I'm not the perfect person I may look like, but I'm pretty sure you guys are sick of it. Like I said, I was gonna not do another dating story, but the topics that I have to talk about, I think I need to kind of like edge you guys into because they could be a little bit intense, you know what I mean? Like some of them are about poly relationships, and some of them are about, how people continue to use this term woke, So a lot of it is stuff that might be a little bit too political, a little bit too deep, and I just want to keep this really light and funny. So I doubt that I'll be, talking about any of this. Like I literally have a flip book of all the things that I was going to discuss from my YouTube channel. Like literally, back and front stuff. Like a lot. Game plan and all. But as I said, I don't really want to. It's still something I'm thinking about. Because maybe I'll do a separate YouTube channel for that. Because I'm not trying to be, anything political in any way or socially or anything like that. I just want to make funny videos talking shit. Okay, so I guess I'm going to do a dating video. So, this one, woo, let me tell you something. If I wasn't surrounded by so many white people, I would have fought this motherfucker. I would have fought him. So let's just start from the beginning, right? So, I am on OkCupid. And I choose to do online dating, which is also another one of my topics, but I choose to do online dating because I find it easier for me to filter, individuals. And that's just my opinion. Other people might find it, a little bit more difficult because you could put anything up there. But with me, I guess my methods are a little bit different. I can tell whether or not I want to be around somebody by the way you talk to me, period. And a lot of conversations tend to change once they get your number. It's like, dude, who the fuck is this person? Like, you weren't this person when we were messaging. Now that you have my number, you felt like, it's free game. You can do whatever the fuck you want. No, block, end of story. So I've been on OkCupid for a few months now. Met some pretty decent people. I don't know whether it's because I'm moving. So now, like, I don't feel like, I don't have, like, a stress or pressure to get in a relationship because it's like, well, I'm never going to fucking see you again. And, if I do, it probably won't be for months, So maybe that's why, because it seems like the people that have been taking me out are guys that actually want to pursue something. And it's like, okay, sure, why not? I think I'm a lot less intense, and that's why it seems to be going really well. But I guarantee you, any other time, it wasn't gonna work. It just wasn't gonna work. So, this gentleman, as you guys know, I have a thing for dating white gentlemen, I guess. I don't know, whatever. But this gentleman was Asian. He was Chinese. And he's a good-looking Chinese guy, We talked, we exchanged pictures. He still had a little bit of the accent, which annoyed me, but I'm trying not to be a bitch like that because like, what the fuck? Everyone, it's fucking America. Everyone has an accent in any way or another. So I was like, you know what? It is what it is. It's fine. Anywho, so we plan our date for Friday night, and the date is to go to the museum because he lives in Chinatown, Manhattan, Chinatown. So the plan was to go to the Museum of Natural History, and then from there we go to dinner. And I was like, oh, this is gonna be really nice. Because for first dates, I don't believe in going for drinks or for coffee for a first date. I feel like that shit is bullshit. I feel like it's an easy way for a guy to get you all loosey-goosey. And then obviously everyone that drinks, whoever you're around, especially if you find them attractive, you're going to start flirting. And it's going to get heavy. And you're going to start making out. And then before you know it, you're in his house. You know what I mean? So I feel like for them to use that as a, oh, I just want to know whether or not I can see us getting along. Bitch, when you drunk, everybody gets the fuck along. Everyone does. I'm best friends with bitches I don't even like. I'm best friends with bitches I don't even fucking know. Everyone gets along when they're drunk. Period. End of story. And I can't stand when they use that as like, oh, I think it's very comfortable. Like, it's the same fucking thing with dinner, though. It's literally the same thing. If you feel like you're not comfortable with dinner, with sitting across from somebody and you won't get along, get the fuck up and leave. How long they think dinner's supposed to last? Like, a drink itself is probably about an hour if you're drinking it right. I'm sorry to go off on that rant because I can't fucking stand when people say that to me. When I was younger, I was like, okay, let's go for drinks, let's go for drinks. And then I realized what was going on. It's like, bitch, you ain't trying to fuck me. Get the fuck out of here. Like, no, I can take my ass out for drinks. I don't need you to take me out for no fucking drinks. That's not a date. We hanging out. Bitch, if I'm going to hang out, I might as well go out with my girlfriends. So, you know, that was my whole big thing. Anyway, so, yeah, so I had plans later on in the evening after that anyway because I had to go to a private pool party. So, and that was at like 10:30. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do the museum thing and then go to dinner, kill some time, and then meet up with my friends for the pool party. Anyway, so I ended up running a little bit late. I don't really care. I mean, like, I really don't care. Anyway, so I ended up running a little bit late. We didn't get to the museum till like 3. And when we get in, you know, we see each other, and I'm a little bit taller than him. I think we're probably around the same height, but I had wore like little booties. Like the heel was probably about 1.5 inches because I recently had surgery on my foot, and I couldn't put my foot into anything else. So, you know, I was like, fuck it, we'll go with the outfit, whatever, I don't care. So we meet up, everything's going fine, you know, everything's really like going really well. I right off the bat knew that I wasn't really interested in him, but I decided to make it through the date because maybe my opinion would change. And that's one thing that should be, that's one effort that should be put when you're going out, when you're going out for dates. If you're not gonna make an effort, then why the fuck are we here? Like when people say, oh yeah, let's go for a drink, I wanna see whether or not I'm gonna like you. You're not even putting in an effort to try and like the person. Let's be real. So yeah, so I was like, you know, let me just figure it out. You know, I didn't like the way he talked because it seems like he tried to be funny, but he wasn't funny. And I hate when people do that. Like, you're not funny. Shut up, you're not funny. And he just talked a little bit too loud. And I thought, like, you know, as a black person, I thought maybe I was loud. Like, he was like really loud. And I think it was like just for attention. That's what I think it was. Anyway, so we're going through the museum, talking about everything. We're looking at stuff, and it's going pretty good. Every couple minutes, he's like, he'll have me sit down, and he'll put my foot on his lap, you know, just to make sure it was okay. So I thought that was kind of nice, you know. You see how things change when you give somebody the benefit of the fucking doubt. I immediately didn't like him, but I gave it a try, and he seemed pretty cool. Yeah, so we get to the primate section. And I see this little baby monkey, and I'm like, oh, it's so cute. That's me when I was a little baby. You know what I'm saying? And like, bitch, I'm black, so you know we can kind of make that joke because it's our joke now. So I was like, oh, little baby, it's me. That's me when I was a little baby. And we keep going. Then we get to the baboons, and he was like, this is you. And I was like, why? It looks so vicious. And I lied to you not. I put this on everything. This nigga said, because of your nappy ass hair. His words to me were, because of your nappy ass hair. And the more I think about it now, the more I'm like, I should have just fucking decked him right in the nose. I should have broke his face in that exhibit. But there was a bunch of white people around. And I was like, so in my head, I was like, okay, Tasha, calm down. Calm down. You don't want to act ghetto in this very white-filled museum. So I grabbed my bag from his hand and I was like, give me my fucking bag. He was like, no, no. I said, give me my fucking bag. I'm leaving. And he was like, no, don't leave. I'm sorry. I was like, you have any idea what the fuck you just said? Did you think that was funny? Let's keep in mind this nigga is 35 years old. I didn't know that. I thought he was 28. At least that's what I think the profile said. I don't know. I blocked him after I got his number because, like, I don't want people spying on me. Because they can still see when you're online. So if you don't answer their messages, it's like, they're like, oh, so you could be on here, but you can't. Like, I don't want it. I don't want to deal with that. So I was like, give me my bag. I'm leaving. I'm done. I'm leaving. And he's like, I'm sorry. Sometimes I don't mean what I say. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was like, give me my fucking bag right now. And he didn't want to. And I'm still pulling on it. So I said, you know what? Fine. I'm going out. Bring my bag with me. So I go outside, put my coat on. I was like, I'm ready to fucking go. So he's standing in front of me. He puts my bag down. He gets me a water. I was like, you don't even have to fucking give me the water. Like, you really don't. You don't have to give me the fucking water. Oh my neck. So he puts my bag down on the bench, and I think we're like at one of the side exits. And I was like, why are you standing there like you got a fucking attitude? He's like, I don't. I was like, okay, why your face screwed up like that? Did I say something racist to you? He's like, no, I'm sorry. I just want you to understand sometimes I say things and I don't know what I'm saying. I was like, I don't fucking understand how you could say that and think it was cool. Like, at what point did you think that was going to be funny in your head? Because I know you thought about it in your head, but what made you think it was funny? Because I made a joke like that? Where the fuck is my lip gloss? I just realized I had a dark lip gloss. Sorry, random as fuck. I was just thinking about it like, I had a gloss that was dark like this because I've been meaning, man. All right, anyway, that shit just like, the fuck? Somebody probably stole it. But yeah, I was like, what made you think that was okay? And he's like, oh, I don't know. I wasn't thinking. Like, you know, we was just joking. I was like, yeah, I was joking. We didn't go through the Asian exhibit and I make no Asian ass jokes. So what made you think that that was okay? He had no real answer. He had no real apology. He got caught with his foot in his fucking mouth and he didn't know how to fix it. Now, I'm not okay with it. I'm not condoning it. He definitely did, you know, suffer some consequences in the moment. I think he literally was just flat out ignorant. That's what I think. And sometimes it can be forgiven, sometimes it can't. In this scenario, I was like, you know what? I know you genuinely didn't mean it to be racist, but you need to pay attention to when the fuck you speak to somebody and how you speak to them. And I think that's the issue with a lot of individuals in this world in general. They feel like just because, you know, they can sit, you're not supposed to take it personal just because, you know, it's their opinion, it's their joke, it's their statement, it's because it's theirs, you can't take it personally. And that's a real fucked up situation because that's not how humanity works. It's just not. So, you know, be more cautious as to what you say to people and how you say it and your delivery. Your delivery is fucking everything. And the sooner people realize that, I think the better we'll all be to each other. Anywho, so I'm sitting on the bench. He gets me my water. And I was like, it's fine. Like, it's not that big of a deal. It's fine. You know, you just need to, moving forward, be a lot better with how you fucking speak to people. That's all I could really say. Like, you just need to be better. And he's like, okay. So, tried to lighten up the mood. I tried to lighten up the mood a little bit. And I didn't want to go back into the fucking museum because we would have to walk all the way around. My foot started hurting anyway. I was like, let's just go to dinner. So we find this place, really nice place near Lincoln Square. Really, really nice. And we go there for oysters because I love oysters. I love oysters. So we go there for oysters and some dinner. I think I had like a salmon or something. So everything was going okay. What I didn't like is that I felt like he tried way, way, way too hard. Like he was trying too hard. And I think that's why things didn't work out with him and his exes, because he was doing too much, and he didn't let, you know, someone else do, you know, their share. So we get in the car, we get to the restaurant, we sit down, we're talking, and me and the bartender are talking about the oysters and which ones are good, because I've had from East Coast and West Coast, and like I know a lot of them. I've went to oyster bars, you know. I wanted to go out to Turtle Bay because it was an oyster festival, but my friend decided she was going to Hawaii. Whatever. Um, yes, Crystal, you're that friend. And yeah, so I never got to go. What else? So yeah, so me and the guy were having a conversation about oysters and stuff like this. And my date, his name is Dave, by the way. Dave has never had oysters a day in his life. And, you know, as me and him were talking about the specifics of them, I guess Dave wanted to get involved in it, and he made like a joke that didn't make sense with anything. And I just looked at him and smirked, and then like went back to my conversation with the bartender. It just seemed like he was trying too hard with everything. And, you know, as we're sitting down and we're eating, he's throwing back these rosés like it's water. And don't get me wrong, like, I've gotten drunk on first dates before, but that's when I was younger. You know what I mean? Like, I know how to carry myself quite ladylike when, you know, I'm around a guy for the first time, because I get it. No one wants to be around a trashy drunk girl. I understand. Trust me, I know how to hold my liquor down. But, you know, for first dates, I don't like to go hard like that. And I think I may have had 2 glasses of wine, and he had about 6. And this is like in the 2-hour span that we were there. And, you know, our dinner came and everything. That's when like the dinner crowd came in. I think we left at like 7, 8 o'clock, because we got there at like 4. And he was pretty drunk, and you could tell because he started to get really, really loud. And this is what really pissed me the fuck off. The Spanish couple comes in, and they're standing next to us, and, you know, I was like, oh, does she want to sit down? Like, I'll have Dave get the fuck up, and I'll sit in his seat, and she could sit down. And the Spanish couple was like, no, it's fine, you know, they just wanted to come in for a wine. I was like, okay. And so the Spanish girl and her boyfriend wanted to take a picture of them. And I was like, okay, no problem. So I took the picture, and then this fucking dude decides he wants a picture of me and him. And I was like, I don't want to take a picture with me and you. I'll take my own picture. I don't want to take a picture with you. You're not my boyfriend. I don't want a picture of me in your phone. Like, he took some from me earlier in the evening and sent them to me, but that was just me. Like, I don't want any type of fucking couple picture with you, because we're not together. This is a date. So the Spanish guy, oh my God, he was so fucking pushy. Like, the Chinese dude was so fucking pushy. So he gives his phone to the Spanish guy, and the Spanish guy is like, oh, get in closer. Let me tell you, my face looked like this. I'm not even lying, my face looked like this. The Spanish guy's like, smile. I was like, and I'm turning around, I'm facing the camera. He decides he's gonna come hold my waist and be like, as if it was a prom picture. And the guy's like, are you ready? You ready? And I was like, no, I don't want to take the picture. And I was like, no. And he's laughing, but still takes it anyway. So there's 3 pictures of me and this motherfucker in his phone to this very day, I'm assuming, for no fucking reason. I was so irritated by that. You don't do stuff like that. Like, couple pictures. Bitch, we not a couple. Like, nigga, relax. Anyway, so at that point, I was ready to go. So I was like, let's go to another bar, and because I'm going to kill some time, and, you know, from there, I got stuff to do. I guess he thought we was going to hang out all night. Access denied. You've pissed me off way too many times tonight. Nope, not happening. So we're trying to find this other bar called The Office. And let me tell you, Lincoln Square is a weird ass, I don't know, maybe I was tipsy. There was a weird, like circle of stores. I didn't know how the fuck to get out. I had no idea how to get out. And, oh yeah, before we get there, all right, because that's the point where, like, I ditch him. So yeah, so I go to the bathroom, and I was like, you know, you're going to get the check? He's like, yeah, I'm going to get the check. I was like, okay, cool, no problem. So he goes to get the check. And I was probably in the bathroom for like 15, 20 minutes. I was wearing my little waist trainer, had to take it down, pull it up nicely, you know, make sure my hair looks nice, check my makeup, all this hoopla. So I was probably in the bathroom for about 15, 20 minutes. And I come back upstairs, and he has, so you know how when you're paying for your bill, it's a black booklet. You put your money in, you close your booklet, and you give it back to the bartender or whoever the waitress is, right? That's how you do it. I come upstairs, the booklet is wide open, and there's a bunch of scattered $100 bills in it. Now, in my mind, I was like, why the hell is your money hanging out like that? Like, that's not like, who does that? Who has their money hanging out like that? So I'm like, okay, trying to fucking show off. Here we go. He's like, oh, I was just trying to figure out the tip. I was like, you ain't even get the fucking change back. Like, how you figuring out the tip yet? And then it doesn't take that long to figure out the tip. You get your change, and then you put down whatever you want. He had, I think it was like $500 worth of hundreds just sitting, like $100 bills just sitting in front of my chair. Well, in between the both of us, just sitting there. I was like, you put the money in, close the booklet. Why are you having it open like that? I mean, if this is, I'm from the hood, so if someone's doing that, that means you're one, trying to show off, and two, hoping to get fucking robbed. So he closes the booklet. I was like, that look real, like, that look kind of trashy. Like, who does that? He's like, oh, I was just trying to figure out the tip. I was like, you're a 35-year-old man. Go play that game with somebody else. So anyway, so we're leaving. I was like, you know, let's go to this bar, have a couple drinks, because I have something to do afterwards. He's like, okay, what do you have to do? I was like, I have some event to go to. So as we're trying to find the bar, I don't know what happens, but his attitude just fucking sucked. He just kept, I can't remember for the life of me what he was doing, but it got to the point where, like, he started, like, yelling at me. And I was like, I'm not doing this in the middle of Lincoln Square. All these white people around me staring at me, and you standing in the staring, yelling in my face. So I walked away. I was like, I don't know what's going on with you. Maybe you're a little bit drunk, but you need to watch how you're talking to me. I was like, I don't have to be here. I don't want to be here. I could go right now. I was like, let's go find a bar, sit you down and get a drink, because clearly that's what you're asking for, and then go from there. So we finally found a bar. I found some hotel, and, you know, we got to the bar, had a drink there. He was clearly very fucking intoxicated. He couldn't even, like, gather his sentences. And I was like, okay, well, it's like 9-something. I'm ready to go. I have to go to this event or whatever. And I was like, yeah, so can you get me an Uber there? He's like, okay, no problem. I was like, this is the address. This is where I'm going. So I find the car. I get in the car. And he holding the door open. And I was like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm not coming with you. I was like, no. I said, I have an event to go to. He's like, oh, okay. And, you know, close the door, whatever. And then he sends me text messages talking about, I think it's messed up how you had me get you an Uber and I couldn't come with you. I thought I was coming with you. I was like, I never told you was coming with me. I would never lie to somebody like that. I never told that to you. I was like, you might have misheard because you were a little bit drunk, but I've never said that to you. He was like, oh, you know, you acting real funny now. He's like, I'm so sorry about what happened earlier, but I spent so much money on you tonight. I thought we were going to hang out for the rest of the night. You are literally like 10 to 15 drinks in only a matter of hours, and you think we're going to hang out all night? I don't think so. I don't think so. After that, I was done. I was completely done. He sent me money the next day to get his nails done and apologize. Well, to get my nails done as an apology for his comments and how he behaved. And I was like, oh, thank you. That's so nice of you. But then he got mad when I asked him to send me more money. Well, it wasn't like I asked him to send me more money. I was just like, you know, $30 ain't enough to get nobody's nails done. And he was like, oh, I spent over $500 the night that we hung out. And in my head, I was like, you feel like you get used for your money, but you flaunt it. Like, you're playing the victim. You can't do that. You're walking around here trying to shower people with money left and right, especially like when he left that fucking black booklet open. Like, that was blatant. I was like, you're doing this and then get mad when someone is expecting it now? That's insanity. Like, you set yourself up for this and now you're upset about it. That doesn't make sense to me. That's like someone saying they like being financially dominated, and then you're telling them, hey, listen, you're going to send me $500. And they're like, no, I can't. I already sent you money. Bitch, you must be stupid. You don't go around doing that. You don't go around doing things that you know you don't like to get done to you. That's stupid. But, yeah, that was the end of that fucking situation. We tried to, well, I tried to talk it out or whatever. I'm lying. No. I was pretty much over it. I don't know if I wanted to see him again. I wanted to give it the benefit of the doubt and maybe give it a try. But honestly, he was just really too fucking much. And it irritated me. Like, it really did bother me. Like, his whole disposition bothered me. Oh, glad that shit was over. And this was a few weeks ago, too. Oh, later on that night, I got into a fight with almost got into a fight with some girl. Almost fucked her up. She did not know she was in harm's way. But yeah, that was that. I haven't really been on too many after that. No one has, like, you know, like, piqued my interest enough for me to kind of actually go out on an actual date. Yeah, I don't have the energy. I feel like everyone is fucking weird. Like, by the time they get my number, everyone just acts fucking weird. I don't have time for it. I don't like weird people. I'm weird. You don't be weird. I be weird. So that's, I think, what is this, like episode 4 of Story Time with Tasha. Thank you for listening. And maybe I'll talk about some of the topics, you know, that I discussed earlier. And probably, you know, let you guys choose. Because I have a plethora. It's plethora, right? I have a plethora of them. Okay. Well, thank you for listening. And tune in for next time. Story Time with Tasha.